Musser didn't start dressing in drag until he came to the University of Pittsburgh in 2004. When he got to Pitt, he found drag queens to be peculiar and didn't fit into the gay community. After several months on Halloween night, Musser had makeup slathered onto his face and he put together an outfit so he could be a drag queen. It wasn't until the next Halloween that Musser realized that he enjoyed dressing in drag. Musser's drag queen alter ego is Veronica Blows. She's a sassy, classy queen who borrows her style and attitude from classical Hollywood glamour and contemporary pop culture. For the sake of avoiding confusion, individuals will be referred to by their drag names, and the pronoun will refer to the drag gender. This year's 9th annual Pride Week included events ranging from lectures to speakouts to dodgeball tournaments, but its drag show is the most popular event when it comes to attendance by students. 13 drag lip-syncing performances by Pitt students and alumni rebranded gender into a spectrum running from boy to girl and everything in between. Dempsey Young and Dylan Drobish hosted the drag show, which took place in Pitt's William Pitt Union April 1st. Their drag alter egos are Dominique DeHoe and Dylan Dickersoon, respectively. The two teamed up to host as the king and queen of drag, DeHoe being the queen and Dickersoon being the king. The drag show started with a Taylor Swift parody by Dominique DeHoe and Dylan Dickersoon. DeHoe didn't start doing drag until she met Daniel Stutchell early in her college career. Stutchell is a professional drag queen who also performed during the drag show. The first time that DeHoe dressed in drag, she was in Stutchell's bathroom, who was teaching her the basics. DeHoe addressed her two missing front teeth after her performance. She had been domestically abused a month ago by her boyfriend of 2 years. She said that abuse in the queer community is a big deal and tends not to receive the media attention that it deserves. However, she said that it is the job of the people to come together and fight to show that it is unacceptable for people to abuse other people. DeHoe performed a second time to Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. I didn't think that people in the queer community even liked Lady Gaga, Veronica Blows said. Gender played a big focus on the theme of the evening. Our society creates this thing called gender, DeHoe said, but it's more important than that. It's something that we can put on or take off. Drag is a subversion of gender, which is important in our society and why drag is important to us. Dressing in drag is not people who just find enjoyment in dressing up in the opposite sex, Dickerson said. It's a way of expression and playing with gender identities. Daniel Stutchell knew that he would be crossing the gender lines even before he attended Pitt. As a child, he would play dress-up with dresses, his mother's heels, and jewelry. He has continued his joy in dressing up into his adulthood. He is content with being a male, but drag is a personality and a way of expression for him. When Stutchell is in drag attire, his alter ego is Danny Lamort, who fashions sequins, glamour, and haute couture. Blows met Lamort in her freshman year at Pitt. She credits Lamort for shocking and changing the face of drag in Pittsburgh for as long as the two of them have been performing. They started doing Drive-By Drag last year. Drive-By Drag is a series of impromptu drag performances throughout public places, then they would disappear. The purpose is to create awareness of the drag culture. When you see smoke, meaning me, you also see fire, Blows said, referring to Lamort. Blows high-kicked to fame in a skin-tight golden outfit before her drag sister, Lamort, followed up on her performance by dancing to I Put a Spell on You. drag show raised money for the Pittsburgh AIDS Task Force, an organization dedicated to preventing the spread of HIV and improving the quality of life for people living with the disease. Students were encouraged to approach the stage during performances to give money to the performers that would be donated to the task force. AIDS is a major issue not only in the queer community but also in the overall community, DeHogue said. The goal for this year's drag show was $1,500, which was $200 more than last year's total. The drag show ended up raising $1,396 for this year. Dylan Dickerson performed to Simple Plan's Perfect while a slideshow played in the background. Images included were of Dickerson as a child, at a school dance, and a few with his father. The pictures demonstrated a transition from Dickerson as a female to a male. A year and a half ago, Dickerson was a female and a bisexual. Then she became a transgender man. A transgender man is a person who was identified and assigned a female gender identity at birth, but who feels that this is not an accurate description, so identifies as a male. Dickerson's emotional performance concluded with the smashing of picture frames and simulating suicide. The slideshow concluded by presenting the number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. For Veronica Blows and Danny Lamort, this year's drag show was their final performance. Two names are synonymous with drag at Pitt, and they are Veronica Blows and Danny Lamort, Dickerson said. Blows in her tiny glamorous gold sequin dress, and Lamort in her haute couture gown, the two drag show legends closed the show to thunderous applause. I feel like Liza Minnelli, Judy Garland, and Kylie Minogue all mixed up in a blender, Blows said. And after all, isn't that what any drag queen wishes for?